Hey everyone, this is Alexander from hipstertube.com, and I'm going to talk to you about Git cloning. From my previous post, I was going to be calling these Git 101 and then some 0.1, 0.2, but I changed my mind. I don't like that, and I'm going to call this one Git 101 Part 2. And from now on, I'm gonna call that other one Git 101 Part 1. Yeah. So in this one, we're gonna be talking about cloning. It's gonna be really short and brief about cloning. I might talk a little bit more about adding and tracking files one more time, just because that is important. But yeah, let's get to this. So cloning repositories. You can clone your own repositories that you have set up on servers. I do that a lot. I clone my own repositories, work on them, and add, commit, and push my changes back to the repository, and clone them to other areas. You can clone. This is what I'm going to be showing you. Is actually I went to GitHub.com. There's lots of repositories on there, and you can just go through those and find one that interests you or that you need, and clone it, work on it, or just clone it just so you have the files that you need to work with. So just now I went to GitHub and I went to the trending repositories, found a neat little JavaScript one that I thought I might want to monkey around with in the future. So I'm going to be using that one in this demo, and it is JavaScript, and it's called scroll reveal.js. It's kind of neat, so check that out, please. So yeah, let's go ahead and clone this and make a few modifications and whatnot. So to do a clone, you just need to do very simply git space clone and space the URL to the Git repository. And on github.com, that's very easy because in the right-hand side, it has the clone URL that you can copy and paste. So I have copied and pasted, or I have copied that from github.com, and let's see, I made a folder called Git 101, and I'm going to be cloning scroll reveal into Git 101, and the name of the folder that will come from this clone will be the name of the .git repository, so everything before the .git. So in this case, we'll do it right now. We'll do git clone, and I'm going to paste this. So it's called scroll reveal.js.git. So the directory for this repository is actually going to be scroll reveal.js. Also, if we wanted to, we could name this repository something else by just hitting space and giving the name that we want to use for this repository. Let's go ahead and do that. So if I didn't do this, the directory would be scroll reveal.js. I don't like that. Let's just call it my scroll reveal. All right, if we clone that, there we go, done. Let's check it out. There it is. It's in our Git 101 folder now as my scroll reveal. Let's go ahead and go in there. We're on branch master, by the way. We're going to be in branch master for probably most of Git 101 tutorials. I'm not going to get into branches, but they are important, and we will get into those into the future. I probably don't know that much about them. I know a little bit about how to use them and why they're important, but I'm sure I'll learn some with you here. So we're on master, and if we do a git status inside of our new repository on branch master, like last time after working in never mind. So we cloned it. We're on branch master. Let's see. Let's make a file and let's track it. So let's see. Let's do touch. Let's call it my list. All right, now inside of our repository, we have a new new file called mylist.doc. And if we do a git status, we can see that we have a new file that's not being tracked. So anytime you add a file to your repository that was not in the repository before the last commit, it will be untracked. So let's go ahead and add that. You can do that by just doing git add and then the path to the file. So in this case, since we're in the folder, it would just be mylist.doc. Or you could do the directory, or you can just do everything -a, git status, and now we have a new file that's tracked, it's unstaged, waiting to be committed. Let's make a change to a file so we can see what that looks like. Let's take a look at the index.html. So let's go in here. Let's go. Fountain is the shiznit. My last name is Fountain, by the way. Exclamation mark, and save that. Now if we do git status, you can see that we have our new file that's being tracked, and we have a modified file that's not being tracked. So we've changed a file that was being tracked, so that now is, that's why it's called modified. So git add, we're going to git add that. Git add has a few different functions, so it will add new files and it will add modified files, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and git add that. There we go. Git status. We have our modified new file. Now for shits and giggles, let's go ahead and let's say we had one more change. We wanted to make that index.html. We're like, whoops, I made a mistake. Let's go back in there. So let's go back in, and oh man, I didn't want to say Fountain is the shiznit because he's not. He's stupid. He's stupid. Where am I? Let's go. Fountain is a biatch. Dot dot dot. Save that. Now you can see that being tracked, we have modified our index.html new file, mylist.doc, and we also have modified index.html, the same file again. That's weird. So if we added, or sorry, if we committed right now, we actually would be committing the index.html that said Fountain is the shiznit, and we wouldn't actually be committing the way the file is in our directory right now, which is Fountain is a biatch. So we want the Fountain is a biatch because it'd be true. So let's go ahead and git add, and it will replace that other one. So now we have our just back to our modified index.html new file mylist.doc, and we can just do our git commit. Made some changes, yo. And you can see now on a git status, we are ahead of origin master by one commit. That just means that we're ahead of our origin master. So we're ahead of the commits, the tree where this repository lives on the server. So if we had permissions, we could push this to that repository. We do not. And we have nothing to commit. Working directory clean. That's it. That's it for Git 101 Part 2. I wanted it to be mostly about cloning, but it seemed to be mostly about adding and tracking files again. But hopefully that made that part of Git a little more clear this time as well. And cloning is very simple, so I'm glad we could touch base on that. That's it for this time then. Hope to see you all for the next one. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, but it's going to be very simple stuff still. We're not going to be getting anything hard. We're just getting our feet wet. And I'd like to know, does anyone know where that saying came from? Getting your feet wet. Where the hell I don't know. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next tutorials. And hipsterchimp.com is up and running right now. It's kind of shitty though. It doesn't have a lot of content. But I hope to be adding more content, more tutorials, and other things in the future. So go ahead and check up on that, and you'll be able to find this tutorial and all other tutorials on that website as well, hipsterchimp.com. Thanks, guys. See you next time.